is just quality stuff right here. All right, I'm not gonna do a third Jacob and Esau run. Just trying to do the same thing. Okay. That's such a. I just did not have the damage, dude. I literally it took so many shots just to kill one of the most like basic charging enemies. The tainted maggots or whatever they're called is actually such a God damn it. It's actually such an insane enemy. That's by far the craziest tainted enemy I've seen so far. It has a ridiculous amount of health. It shoots. It just has the craziest attack patterns for literally just a basic enemy. It's so crazy. All right, we'll do that another time. I don't feel like just banging my head against the wall more. Alright, so we got a sticky nickel there. I'll be getting it for sure. I'm just gonna... Actually, yeah, I know I'm gonna get it. I'm just gonna go back and get it. It's so funny. I did that run first try with Jacob and Esau on my alt save, but I just keep blundering at the very end now. Oh well. Sick. Alright. Just a good old-fashioned Isaac run. I haven't played as this guy in a long time. Isaac ammo is less interesting as Tainted, but it must be easier. Yeah. I mean, obviously I'm gonna get them all eventually. It doesn't matter that... Wow, okay. The legendary floor 1 devil deal, huh? I'm gonna look up what the vessel does, because I don't recall exactly. I think I remember, but... When Isaac has no red hearts, this item gives the ability to fly. 40 seconds, you get a shield. Yep. Half a red heart or more. Okay. That's what I thought. Alright, so I'm going to pick up both of these and hope that I can ditch my last red heart at some point on the next floor. Okay. Unfortunate. Don't typically screw that up, but... Oh my god, okay. This controller actually is not very good with diagonals, I'm finding out. I'm gonna use... Oh, I can't do that, okay. I think he's more interesting, way more decision-making. Okay. Alright, the controller is actually a very big hindrance to me right now, but whatever. I'll just roll with it. Yeah, I didn't realize it, but this controller actually has a lot of trouble going in diagonals. I'm not sure why, just like the gates on it. I'm like almost always... I either have to like staircase or I just walk in a straight line. Alright. Well, at the end of the day, I'm not playing as 2 characters, so I'm still not really all that worried about it, but we'll see how it goes. I think we're still guaranteed to get a double deal on the next floor as well, so... Wow, this is a... What is in this room? Okay. This is a massive cellar 1, also. Actually massive. You guys wanna get out of there? I hate spiders in rooms like this. They just okay, there we go. They just refuse to come out. All right, there we go. All right, finally. Jeez. This boss. Got 9 cents. Could check. Huh? Okay. Apparently there's 2 more off screen that I didn't see. Yep, okay. Just dicking around up here. Couldn't even see him. And there's another one? Oh my god. The big rooms, man. Alright. These spiders can cancel each other? Yeah, that's nice at least. Probably should look for the shop. I'm gonna hope it's down here so I don't have to do another massive room. This has to be the biggest cellar one I've ever seen in my life. Okay, here we go. Okay. That was, not one of the best rooms I've ever seen. Oh, okay. Well, that's quite a lot of health for floor 1. For room 1, even. That's the Holy Mantle card, I think. Forgot to mention, I saw something really weird when I played the speed challenge. What's that? What is that challenge again also? Is that just where, like, the entire game plays at double speed or something? Okay. Alright. That's good, at least. Alright, this room will take about 5 minutes to clear. It's actually not quite as many enemies as I would have expected, considering how massive this room is. There's a third secret room with a red question mark? Huh. Red question mark, huh? Wasn't connected to the floor. That's... oh, that's pretty good, I think. Not crazy, but I'll certainly take a speed up and a size down. That's just good stuff. Oh my god! Wiki mentioned that? Yeah, I am not familiar with... I know there's some item that makes, like, additional secret rooms spawn, but I think it was just additional, like, basic secret rooms. I haven't heard anything about a third kind of secret room. What? What is happening? Oh my god. This is by far the most insane amount of health I've seen gained on onto the first floor. Ultra secret room? How do you even reach that? I mean, besides like, teleport effects, curse of the blind, or curse of the maze. I actually have no idea how else you would get into that room, unless there's some secret way to reach it. Rune shard revealed it. Okay. That's so fascinating. Huh. Yeah, I've not seen anything like that before. I wonder if those just spawn on every floor now? Oh, red key? Yeah, that could be. You can make a connection to an adjacent room and then bomb into the secret room. Okay. That would explain. I was thinking it might have some connection to red key, but it wasn't immediately obvious to me. Because I've seen the red key used, and it just makes a room that's like filled in red. So I wasn't sure about a red question mark. But no, yeah, you're probably right. That's probably, you know, I'm sure you could get in potentially with like teleporting methods, though. I would think, unless they made it specifically made it so you can't do that. Very interesting. What kind of shit could be in those? Huh. That's so fascinating. Okay. I'll have to keep that in mind. I've yet to see the red key just in like a regular, nah. That's more like it. More speed, more shot speed. Alright. Oh, reverse moon? Okay. Makes sense. Alright. Acquiring reverse moon requires beat. Yeah, I did. I've peeked at like some of the trends of the unlocks for the tainted characters. I know Ultra Greedier is a new inverted tarot card for everyone. I think Delirium lets you unlock all of their starting items. I guess besides that, I'm actually not sure, but that's what I've gathered so far, at least. It's probably not worth using a bomb on. Oh my god. Okay. Just gonna shit out a bunch of bombs. Just got back from shopping, gonna get ready to stream at 8:30. Any nice wins tonight? Nope, I've been trying to play as Jacob and Esau, so absolutely no success. I'm just trying to beat the new secret boss. But It's not even that hard of a route. Jacob and Esau is just such a miserable character to play as that it just doesn't even matter. So after a couple losses of that, I'm just switching back to good old reliable. What are you gunning for now? Final chapters. I'm mostly trying. Is this needle? Oh, I just have to press the button. Okay. I'm shooting for. I'm trying to go home with everyone. That's kind of what I mean. I haven't even beaten the Beast yet, so I would like to also maybe get a dub in against the Beast. Obviously, with Jacob and Esau, that's not going to happen. But you know, someone like Isaac, at least I've got a shot. There's also a crystal key trinket, which is randomly working red key. Forgotten has begun. Forgotten is just a really fun character. He's got one of the most fun gimmicks, in my opinion. Forgotten is a very enjoyable character. He's a little bit on the trickier side, I would say, just because, you know, either you're, yeah, you know, it's similar to Jacob and Esau. You do have to split up health drops somewhat. And, you know, Forgotten's main weapon is close range, even closer probably than Azazel's. So you do have to be able to get in and kind of know the enemy's patterns, but he's a lot of fun to play as. If Sacred likes Forgotten, he'll love Tainted Forgotten. Interesting. Or he'll hate it. Oh, okay. Tainted Forgotten's even more wild? Interesting. That's behind Mother and Tainted Lost, which is also terrible. Okay. I didn't get a single key, so I guess I'm not getting my treasure room. And I don't even have the planetariums unlocked yet, so I can't even get, like, improved planetarium odds or something, because I just haven't been able to unlock it. When the game first came out, it would have been really easy to get the planetarium unlocked, but the problem is they've added hundreds of new items, and none of them help towards planetarium. There's only, like, 14 items, I think, in the whole game, and you need 3 of them. So, a little bit rough. Looked up all the Tainted characters. I don't know what most of them do yet, so I'm looking forward to finally getting some of them unlocked and give them a try at least. That's gonna be fun. So, from the couple that I've seen so far that I've unlocked in my alt save, they seem pretty insane. Haven't unlocked them. No, I actually unlocked them on my alt save, completely on accident, I might add. But no, I haven't. Just haven't gotten hardly, if any, of the necessary items in any of my runs lately. More speed? Maybe. Guppy's tail we're certainly gonna take. I think I can do without more speed. I'd like some other stat improvements. What is suggested? Skipping treasure rooms. As you can get them on the way back. Oh, that is true. Thank you very much, Second, for the resub. 43 months, man. Jeez. Appreciate it, man. I guess getting red key is the only way to get you ultra secrets for a while. Yeah. Unless, like I said, unless you can use like regular oh, that's really good. Like regular teleport up, or teleport like telepills, or like the teleport remote or stuff like that. If those work, then you know there's a couple other ways to potentially get into it. But yeah. I want Jay to try Tainted Jacob for shock value, but it's hard to unlock. I might try it again a bit more later on. Maybe not in tonight's stream, but soon. Just because it is one of the most annoying ones to unlock, so I generally like to get stuff like that out of the way. But I just need a break, man. That's such a miserable character to play as, in my opinion. I literally would rather be doing, like, Lost or Keeper runs than play as Jacob and Esau. Easily, I might add. Okay. You see the way to get a red key guarantee? Yep. Yep, I did. Not intentionally. It was kind of early on when I was just, like, poking around at a few wiki pages, but you know, not knowing that is such an... it makes the Tainted characters almost impossible to unlock, so I don't mind at all that I got spoiled on that. It's not something I would likely have discovered on my own either, not unless I got lucky. That's a good point. When going home, you could just speedrun every floor and full clear on the way back. But the thing is, like, the floors going up are the harder ones, you know? Like, well, unless you're actually going for, like, witness kills, then like for the Jacob and Esau run at least, I really want to clear first, you know, get the item rooms and stuff the first time, because that's when I need it the most. I'm not gonna kill witnesses Jacob and Esau yet, so you know, if I'm not confident I'm actually gonna be able to beat the I say witness to beat the beast, then you know, I'm better off just getting them first, because like if I'm struggling, I really might need some of the items. And like, you know, especially if I have to clear Mausoleum. It's a little bit rough. Also nab a boss rush item if you do that, and then use the Fool card. That is also true. That's certainly a good trick. Yeah, right, I'll just use it. Still no keys, by the way. And Jacob and Esau is really cool. I'm excited. I used them like for like a minute on my alt save, and then I just decided, okay, I'd rather wait till I'm streaming to try this out, because it's just very confusing, and it seems like it'd be more interesting to do it on stream, but oh shit. Okay, this is a really annoying room. These like giant red spiders are so annoying. Oh, I did finally get a key. Wow. Took long enough. Okay. Almost just ran right through that. Okay. Certainly nice. So yeah, I wasn't really getting items like this as Jacob and Esau. Not, you know, granted, this is less useful for Jacob and Esau because it's only going to work on one of them, but still. Still a good item. Okay, interesting. Giant red spiders in a Maggie run is literally game on. Yeah, you're gonna be sitting there for about 5 minutes trying to clear those. Not to mention she literally can't outspeed them at all, so yeah, have fun. Okay, no trinkets yet, but we still got some time. Whew. Oh my god. So fast. I've yet to get a single item. I think that. Oh no, I got the blue cap for a little bit of. For some tears up at least, but damage is still quite weak. Whatever. Good enough. Okay, there's more tears. Nice. Very nice. Okay. Good enough for me. Yeah, one last little hit at the end. Thank for the black heart, at least finished him off. God, the key drought on this run is so insane. Florian case. I had to miss one. Okay, this one. I think that's the second key I've gotten all run. Some luck. That's actually okay. Oh, I didn't even realize that. Yeah, that is my third mushroom already. Alright, cool. +1 red heart. I don't think that transformation does anything else besides that, but I'll certainly take it. Not too shabby. You just remind me, remember Birthright as Jacob and Esau? It makes it so both of them have all of each other's items? Really? Now, see, that's something I could get behind. Yeah, that's actually insane. Can't believe I died in a forgotten run with Mom's Knife, Quad Shot, Goat Head, Coupon build. Mom's Knife, Quad Shot. That's pretty sick. I'm sure it's quite slow to load up, but that's that's quite something. Yeah, I mean it happens, you know. Are you playing on hard mode? I assume you are. That's forgotten. Just melee everything? Yeah, that's true. That's very true. Always hard mode? Yeah, that's what I figured. Yeah, I mean, hard mode is a lot... Like I like I told you when it first came out, hard mode is a lot harder now. Like, they really amped up the hard mode difficulty in this update, so, or in this DLC. I think, like, I mean, Ryu's even said he's been having some trouble lately. It's even giving the vets a bit of a rough time. I got Lord of the Pit for free. That's certainly nice. At least if I get used to playing it on this, it should be cakewalk. Right? Yeah. Yeah, it's still taking me a while to adjust, but you know, I was rusty with pre-repentance hard mode, so it's been a little bit rough going, but we've had a few decent runs here and there, and once I get a little bit more in practice, hopefully it'll start to go a little better. Still really not looking forward to clearing anything, doing literally anything with Jacob and Esau, but you know, I have to do it eventually. I'm getting bodied by Hush and Lamb somehow. I certainly haven't fought Hush yet since Repentance. I haven't fought most of the endgame stuff. I've done, I think, through the chest and through the dark room, and that's about the only. I haven't done boss rush successfully yet. I haven't done Hush. I haven't done Delirium. Obviously, I've done Witness a few times. I haven't beaten Beast on this save at all, so I haven't really even been getting to the really tough stuff yet. The fast monsters, this effect it's just enough of an effect to throw you off. Yeah. The faster shot speed too, I think, is something that gets me a lot. Like, it's not like I consciously know, like oh, this enemy is shooting faster now, but you know, it's definitely just making things way harder for me without me, you know, knowing explicitly who it's even affecting. Because I don't think it was like a blanket shot speed increase. I think it was mostly some of the older enemies, if I recall reading that in the patch notes. But yeah, it's it's pretty rough. Okay, it's fine. We're still sitting pretty good on health here. I just don't want to complete the cards. And then have to do it again on hard. Yeah, it's a lot of extra playing. Yeah, I mean, when I was doing this on YouTube, I'd started doing it not on hard mode, and I definitely came to regret that, because yeah, I mean, you literally just have to do everything again. Like, if you actually want to go for, you know, all the completion marks and full 100%, some items are locked behind hard mode. It's just not really worth the extra playing, in my opinion. You're better off learning hard mode and then just sticking with it. You know, unless you're playing the game casually and don't actually care about 100%, certainly, but you know what I mean. Uh-oh. Okay. This is an awfully funny room. Alright. More luck? Okay. My only challenge right now. I want to fill out everyone's card. Setting up for stream. See you, Grubba. Alright, sounds good, buddy. Have a good stream, man. For Lamb and Hush, I know for sure there's less delay between attacks. Lamb's windmill starts spinning sooner, also. Interesting, okay. Yeah, I think the one time I got to Lamb, I just Chaos carded him, honestly, so I don't actually think I fought the Lamb. I'm pretty sure I either got there with a Chaos card or I died before I reached him. I don't remember. One or the other. Fallen, okay. I forget, Fallen always results in a Devil Deal item after his fight, I think, right? So if that's the case, that's nice. That'll be nice at least. Oh. I was almost good there for a second. Oh, I really am spreading the damage out across these two, huh? How is neither of them dead yet? Oh my god. This defies all logic. I don't know how that didn't hit me either. Yeah, I'm gonna pass on that one, thanks. And of course. What? Oh my god! That was a little aggressive. Please give me the call so I don't feel the need to re-roll it. Boss is, I feel like, is genuinely can be challenging after all the changes they made to his laser attack. Okay. Good enough. Alright, cool. That way I can re-roll this one. Another double deal item. Although this one is... Alright, give me the 2 hearts at least, but, I mean, unless I get a bunch of really good deals, I kind of doubt this is ever going to be useful. Already got treasure room. Only 2 keys. Thank you, Aaron, for the prime sub. Look at that. Appreciate it, buddy boy. Thank you very much. Gay sex. Thank you very much, man. Gay sex. I like the Krampus' head is half the charge time now. Oh, is it? Is it only like... Is it only like a 3-room charge now? Not that they take it over T6. Right, yeah. But for anyone else, that's quite good now then. Okay. Oh, that's quite a lot of money. Although I was hoping to be able to buy a key. 3 charge. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty good actually. I'm gonna take this key. Just to play it safe. Yeah, that's... I kind of forgot about that change. That's a good one. I mean, it was a relatively strong effect. Just 6-room charge was a little bit much. You know, it's not like it's not that good of an effect, certainly. But yeah, 3-room charge. That's quite a good item now. Although honestly, I feel like I see coal way more often than the head. I don't know if it's just luck that that's the case, but... Oh my god. The free shot. Would you... Oh my god, this guy's a master dodger! Holy shit. Dodged me for like 20 seconds straight there. Insane. Ancient recall. Right. Emperor.
Rules card.
Okay. I get coal more often than I get head. Yeah, that's yeah, that makes sense actually. Now that you mention it. I actually think I'm gonna take Emperor card just because it allows me to skip all of Mausoleum too. Although. Well, maybe not. I mean, you know, it's... I've got a chance, you know, depending on how the build shapes up, I've got a chance of beating Dogma and the Beast. So, maybe I should play around the assumption that that's possible, instead of just... I mean, I'm not too worried about losing at this stage of the game, so... Ooh. I like Tech Zero. I don't know how good it is, but I certainly like it a lot. It's a very fun pickup. You've got to be kidding me with this. Jesus, dude. Come on. You're killing me here, man. Okay, damage is still not very good, also, as it turns out. Man. Alright, well, I still got 2 floors left, and now that they're both dead, I think I actually have to get 2 useful shops now. But man, that's pretty insanely unlucky, I feel like. Alright. So most likely I'll end up saving this Dogma card until, like... Or the Holy card for Dogma, honestly. Since after you beat Dogma, you get a Holy Mantle for free in the Beast fight, and I'm probably gonna get hit at least once against Dogma. Oh, did not even see that body wandering around over there. Let's see if one run. Ah, that's nice. I don't know if champion bosses do a full hard, like, what the hell was that? Like champion enemies do, but it's unfortunate either way. Just do have a X-Rock there, though. Okay. Ah, cool. I have been getting pretty unbelievably lucky with my heart situation, to be fair, so I might actually dump some resources into that. One, because it probably will let me get a trinket that I can leave behind. And two, you know, I got a shit ton of money, and I doubt I'm going to be able to spend it in time at this rate. Still only one key. Huh. Oh, the fires actually do a little animation before they shoot now. I didn't even notice that. They kind of, like, bounce down a bit. Are you playing as Toad? Well, kind of, actually. I got the fungi transformation. The full heal and holy mantle effect after Dogma is very thoughtful. Yeah, I think I read it takes you up to 6 hearts guaranteed, too. So if you don't have enough health, it'll actually fill up your red hearts and give you soul hearts until you have 6 health. I don't know if that's, you know, I mean, that's pretty ridiculous if that's the case. That's so nice. But, I haven't observed it happening. Maybe even get soul hearts as triple question. Yeah, I think it, like I said, that's what I read in the wiki at least, is that it actually brings you up to 6 hearts total. That's even better? Yeah, pretty insane. Fungi. Yum yum. Can I wedge myself in here? Yeah, there we go. What is this? Those are my emotes, Aaron. Those are actually inspired from the game I'm literally playing right now. I'm gonna get down to like 30-ish coins and then call it good enough there. Okay. Oh, trinket. That's really the main thing I was looking for. Oh, are you in depths 2? Depths 1, I think. Yeah. Depths 1 right now. Okay. 4 luck. I would have expected a little bit better from this thing, but not really getting much here. Oh. Well, there's an absolute shit ton of trinkets. Pulse Worm is okay. Honestly, the Black Tooth has been... Thank you, Aaron. Discovering some of the sound effects. If you pay bits, I have a bunch more that you can see in the overlay, too. But I assume you're not really interested in spending actual money. So, just thought I'd mention it. It doesn't matter what floor you get that key. No, yeah, it doesn't matter at all. As long as I just take it with me. If only these weren't so expensive. Yeah, I mostly made them around the fact that most of the people who watch my stream are regulars and they have ridiculous amounts of channel points, so... but yeah, I did make them a little bit pricey, because, you know... It's a fun little... It's a nice little functionality. I literally just added those today, so it's hot off the press, kid. Dickhead, make them 100 each. Well, no. That's too cheap. I mean, making me take a sip of water is like 200, alright? We gotta set some kind of baseline here. I certainly could lower them some, but, you know. Playing literal sound effects on stream is, that's a lot of power. Ah, speaking of which, thank you, Val. Okay. Alright, what do we got? Loki. Loki really likes having this spiked block in his room, huh? This happens almost every time, I feel like. God damn it. Hasn't spawned any flies yet. Those are kind of useful. Well, I guess he won't. Okay. I have no points. You gotta save up then, kid. You gotta actually show up in streams. I mean, you could just lurk at the very least. Just leave the stream open and just do something else. Isn't this stat ups as long as I have oh, like a full card. As long as I have full charge on my item or something. The spiked cock. If there were 100, Ryu could play them over 1,000 times. Yeah, exactly. You know, I mean, I'm sure Ryu isn't. You know, he's not just gonna sit here and play sounds over and over, but he could. So just experiment with alt paths, tainted enemies at some point. I mean, you need to get bodied by them as well. It can't just be me. That's fair. Yeah, I mean, I guess right now I'm mostly just playing these paths pretty safe. Yeah, at some point, though, I will probably do that. It doesn't get me points. I need a lot of points. It does get you points. I mean, you have to open the little chest icons that show up. Those help, too. But you are subbed now, so you just generate points naturally. Just from having the stream open, you get points, and because you're a sub, you get like twice as many points or something. That is the main way to get them, is just having the stream open. Dim light gives stats when charge is empty, so it makes sense this one's the opposite. Yeah, dim light is it probably gives better stats because it's a lot harder to keep your item empty, especially if you have like a 6 charge or something. This is a very nice trinket. Pennies out of thin air. Sub's only 1.2? Really? What? That is a bit of a ripoff. I can't even argue with that. 1.2? I mean, at least 1.5. I mean, come on. I don't know. That's a bit of a ripoff. So we gotta be looking for the skull. There's a full card on the last floor, but I wanted to make sure that I could take the holy card with me, so... Oh, God. Absolutely horrifying. You do have the power to change it. Is that something I could change? I didn't think it was. I've looked around a lot of those setting menus quite a lot, and I feel like I've never seen a way to do that. I could have just missed it, but... I thought that was more of a Twitch-wide standard. Oh, it's 2x for tier 3. Okay, so it's probably 1.2, 1.5, and... Oh. And then 2.0. It's just shot speed. My shot speed's already pretty good, I feel like. Yeah, right, I'll roll it. Wow. That's unfortunate. Okay. That is one of the few items that counts towards the planetarium unlock, but that would be my first one, and there's no way I'm getting that in time. Seen the alts. I've seen them, but actually I have 2 of the 3 of them unlocked now. I think I have I have Ash Pit and Gehenna unlocked, but I haven't actually seen them yet. Oh, I didn't. Well, I definitely should have done that. That makes sense. Okay. Judgment. Boost that devil deal chance a little bit. Push pin. It's not too bad, but not really worth it here. I'll buy that key out of safety too. I imagine you'd be able to change up a dang. I guess Twitch just doesn't like incentives to give them free money. Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. One Anti-Birth boss is unchanged, but it got moved to Mausoleum. Interesting. Or Alt Mausoleum, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't even... I think I listened to the whole OST, but I don't really remember the tracks for any of the alts yet either, so... I'm excited to actually see the new areas. Okay, this is like an active item. Oh no, okay, that's fine then. Not great, but you know, I'll take it. We can afford to use this, but Hey, I think this doesn't... Yeah, this doesn't take your Devil Deal chances away, so... oh, okay. Sure. I'll take it. Still didn't find the funny rock. Alright, let me... check these. Oh, wow. Okay, I actually don't even need to check anymore. Or the funny skull, I mean. Okay. Oh, money? Not there. Okay. I think it's in a room I haven't been in yet, most likely. Okay, if I get more heart drops, I might feel inclined to actually use that double beggar a little bit. Nope. You literally got your own blood back in a pack. I know, right? It's like a blood transfusion with yourself. Just doesn't really make any sense, but it ended up being beneficial, so, you know, I'll take it. Good enough. Good enough for me. There it is, okay. Still hate this enemy very much, ever since Rebirth first came out. Hasn't really... Oh, free blow up, okay. Full card. Not even sure why I went in here, but might as well full clear at this point, I guess. Is that the only one in here? Nope. Tiny hand. Oh my god. Oh, that's right, because I got Guppy's tail, right? Yeah, okay. The problem is I got Guppy's tail and almost no keys at all, so... these guys have like a minimum payout or something they need, don't they? I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna wait on this for now. Okay. Have you left the trinket? Yes. Yeah, a couple floors ago. It's in the boss room, so I can't miss it. Okay. Alright, I actually have to fight this boss this time. Kind of fucked up. Uh-oh, okay. Ow. Red bastard. I think considered damage is still not... It's not great. It's not horrible, but... certainly could be a lot better by this point. I have to say, it's actually doing a very unusually low amount of her stomp attacks. Yeah, I was about to say, not worth going for. He's gonna mind his own business. Picked the only wrong direction to fire in there. Okay. Got our deal. That did so little to normal mom, but it still gets me. The hands were a non-issue before, yeah. I've always had more trouble with just the basic mom fight than I'd care to admit, but... yeah, let's roll those. Ma's just not as good as it used to be. Probably worth taking, but it's not going to give any soul hearts anymore. Or any black hearts. Still pretty decent, especially for clearing the rooms all the way up through, so I think I'll take it, but... It's not, it's a very slow recharge, too. Alright. Okay. Yes, that's still not really the devil deals I was looking for, but... I guess I should, hit up the fortune-telling machine a little bit more. I want to keep 15 coins so that I can get something nice from the shop if I want it. You're playing the game wrong, give me the controller. That's Ryu whenever he watches me play the game. Ah, there we go. Emperor card. Decent, but not gonna go for it. Alright. Still not too bad. I mean, look at... I think our damage actually is untouched, right? Yeah. We haven't gotten it. You know, maybe I should have gone for a bit more just to try and get Dark Vessel. But, or Empty Vessel. Alright. Okay. Well, no, because that was the last up. Oh. Speaking of which... Not gonna see any of the bosses of Gehenna, of course, because, it's no boss, but, you know. Okay, this is already a horrible hellhole. What the fuck does this enemy do? Oh, would you stop? I hate this enemy. I don't know what those things... Oh, it's whenever I'm shooting. Okay. Interesting. Place is sick. Yeah, this is really cool, actually. I'm already loving the atmosphere here. Oh, I thought I charged up the maw. Okay. The maw is certainly going to help me supplement my damage in some of these room clears that are just, that would just take quite a while otherwise. Okay, this is... this is a big fucking floor layout, huh? Uh-oh. Oh my god. So much health. Okay. The whole wrap around. That charged up. Okay. That looked like some sort of knight variant. Sticky nickel. You gotta take the sticky nickel. You just have to. Okay. I only have one piece of guppy, so I'm definitely gonna check. Oh, okay. Already super worth it. I'm not gonna take the damage to get to that middle one, though. I'm not that confident. The Dicky Pickle. You know it is. Okay. The reach is just so long. Okay. Shit. Oh my god. Oh my god. You red bastards. Interesting room. Oh, I just don't need... The room's already cleared. I don't even have to do that puzzle. Okay. I guess it's just to get access to some of the other stuff. I'll see if I feel like going for it or not. Huh. Okay. It's a nice little room. The skulls on the ground have, like, glowing eyes. Okay, glass cannon got completely reworked, but I'm sure as hell not taking it still. Puzzle rooms are plentiful here. Some aren't optional. Most of them I've seen haven't been optional. This is an interesting exception for the ones I've seen, at least. Okay, this seems... I feel like lead pencil used to be an iffy take. Like, not necessarily something you want to pick up, but actually seems pretty good now. Okay. Alright. Meh. Very meh. Should have charged this first. Really? Okay. Kind of a terrifying enemy. Alright, here's more of them. Just shoots in the cardinal direction. Oh, okay, also does that. This DLC introduced so many enemies that I swear if they just had more health, they could literally just be straight up mini-bosses. Like, the patterns and behavior and stuff is just so insane with some of these guys. I'm very scared of this thing. Okay. Bible? A little late for that. Could be Hierophant, and I have nothing else to spend money on, so. Chariot better than Free Mantle? Nah. Oh, I could re-roll it. How many floors do I have left? Well, I guess it doesn't matter too much. The only thing is I'm just going to lose some of my damage up, but yeah, that's true. Yeah, alright, good call. Let's do that. Notice that room in front of the shop is making you kill the feet as part of those guys first. Yeah, and then the other enemies will just start flying around so you can actually hit them. Pretty cool. Well, that's certainly not useful anymore. I'll just leave it. I actually don't think that does anything for me. Bible would allow you to quick kill mom on depths 2, which you have yet to pass. Oh really? How interesting. Okay, hard pickup. That's some sort of knight. Oh, wow, that's really good pickup. To your rate. Okay. Well, obviously, I'm not going to be able to re-roll this thing, so I mean, I guess I'll pick it up in the off chance it somehow does something. Pretty sure it won't, but you know. Okay. Guess we're peeling out here. Well, it's a little inefficient, but I don't think I'm going to need these bombs for anything else, really. Ah, perfect. Not technically wrong. Well, I mean, I did pass depths 2 already. He's a veteran observationalist. Does not mean his observations are correct. You will. I still have to pass it again, I suppose. Oh, by the way, not Gehenna this time. Okay, this is horrible. Please stop. What? They could revive enemies? Wow, that's actually crazy. Why is this mausoleum too? Does it not remember the alts of the floors that you were on? Oof. Okay. That was nice and quick. Yeah, the trinket is gonna be in, I think, the boss room after this one. These graphics suck. Are you stupid or are you just kind of dumb? Just curious. It doesn't care about anything other than the special rooms. I mean, if you do like, oh, these don't press buttons. Okay. If you do like downpour instead of, or like if you go basement 1, downpour 2, like it remembers the exact route you took. I'm pretty sure. But I guess it just doesn't remember the specific versions of those floors you did. Or maybe it just always defaults to the basic ones. Everyone's concerned this is a new floor, right? But it remembers some things. Just seems strange. Huh, okay. Yeah, the what is it? The Tech 0 plus lead pencil synergy is pretty interesting. Just a bit of dementia is all. Oh, okay. You know, happens sometimes. I could roll that, but honestly, I think the luck is pretty beneficial, so bit of range up too. It's good enough that I'll just take it. 6 luck. It's probably one of the highest amounts of luck I've gotten in a basic run like this. Okay. Oh, you know, I forgot. I should have used the holy card sooner. I totally forgot about that. I guess I'll just bring it with me and use it in some room that I think I might get damaged in. Oh, okay. Should have used it in this room, it turns out. Typical. I actually thought about it, too. I should have just done it. Whatever, I'm just gonna use it. And it got popped immediately. Okay. Fucking needles, man. I hate those guys. Took them long enough. Interesting trinket, but certainly not better than what I got. I just realized I hit 2.0 speed. Cool. Is this a tainted enemy? I feel like it is. I can't remember if I've seen it on floors besides these ones or not, but I know I've seen them on these floors several times. Try this way. Oh, I don't have any bombs. God damn it. Okay. Wasn't this way. Fortunate. Oh my god. Can't trick me with those fake chests. Certainly look convincing now, but not quite convincing enough. Use correct key for the ultra secret room. Don't tempt me. Shows up in womb. Okay. Huh. Okay. Wow, more keys. Would have been useful earlier in the run. So what was it? Caves 1, I think I had to miss the treasure room in, or maybe basement 2, I don't remember. One of the two. So one of them, it actually is worth trying to find the fucking treasure room. Thank you. Appreciate it. It's a pretty cool enemy, honestly. I like it. Bing. Oh, cool. Alright.
You need to confess your sins and become saved. Let his light inside.
Yeah, I'm not gonna try to maul in this room. Oof.
Pray for your salvation. Come, stay with us.
Okay. No more keys. I think it was basement 2 that I had to miss the key room in, or the treasure room, so I'm just gonna peel out. Sick. Can't avoid it here. Uh-oh. I don't think these guys are too horrible, but still, the tainted enemies still scare me quite a lot. God, they have so much health, too. Yep, still locked. I still don't have a key. Oh my god. That's amazing. Whenever she says let is light inside you, I can't help but wonder if she's trying to give me some. Oh my god. Alright. Just a casual double Duke of Flies in basement 2. Pretty standard stuff here. More luck! Let's go. was the first tainted foe I saw. What, the fly? Oh. Oh. I don't remember what that one is. Is that a new one too, actually? Is that like a rib bone or something? Booster pack, okay. A familiar that could be aimed... no, sounds... Okay, another one definitely sounds better. Yeah, especially with Jacob's ladder, I keep thinking it's Jacob's ladder, with Tech Zero. That's pretty sick synergy. The shot splitting off the wall. Got me a few times. Yeah, I feel it seems like they like to do that a lot in a lot of the new enemies here, is projectiles that explode into more projectiles. I'm sure it happened before, but it just wasn't nearly as common. They really liked adding that mechanic to a lot of enemies and a lot of the new enemies.
Please don't leave us.
Okay. Not sure what those little headless things were, but. This guy again. So much health. It's not just that too. They all have a bunch more advanced patterns. Yeah, that they do. They really stepped it up. Stepped up the enemy quality, I think, and the pattern quality, and certainly the difficulty in a lot of these guys too. Not really helpful, but I'll take it. Actually, okay. Okay, might as well. Got nothing else to spend all this money on. Got my bombs back at least, but didn't give me a hell of a lot else. Oh. Yeah. Kind of saw that one coming. Thought it was another sticky nickel. Alright, well, I guess we got more money at least. Monolith does the same thing with his final area, yeah. Just really amp up the insanity of some of this stuff. Never have stage 1 enemies been so intimidating. Yeah, no kidding. Alright, I kind of have to keep... Oh. Well. Alright. Ooh, more money. You want to give me something now? Unless you want that to be you next. Yeah, alright. That's more like it. Oh, I guess I should have rolled that. Whatever. At this point, my damage and stats and stuff are so bad. No, yeah, I needed to make sure I had it for the next... I could have grinded. No, yeah. I think not doing that was the better choice. Mention Monolith again. Take a drink. Alright, what do we got here? Certainly gonna take that. Oh, never mind. I guess we hit Tears Cap. Alright, I didn't think it was so easy to hit Tears Cap. But... Alright, so we use it here. Bing! Hey, buddy. That's the core drinking game there. Monolith and shmups in general, yeah. What do we got? Bomb's box. Sure. Yeah. Alright. This is far from a crazy build, especially for boss clears, but we'll give it a shot here. Literally the only damage up I've gotten this entire run is this trinket I got. Yeah, I was about to say, kind of in a rough spot there. Oh, okay. It's a little too close to him there. Oh. That's different. A little too early. Okay. Scary attack. Slow and steady, I guess. Oh shit, I wasn't expecting him to lock onto where it was then. Okay. More? Nope. Oh, okay. So those looks like the feathers only do a half heart. So let's see. So I think it should fill me up back to 6 again with a soul heart, I think. Yep, sure enough. I think you get some small stat ups here too. Obviously flight. This is going to be a very long fight, I have to say, but, you know. Well, I don't think that was actually too horrible for the horsemen, at least. Not the worst. Not as bad as I thought. Not quite as bad as I thought. Oh, I do have wafer. I totally forgot I picked that. I picked that up at like the second or third floor, I think. I totally forgot about that. You're right. Okay. That makes more sense. I mean, if you have wafer and you even reach here, that means that you're gonna get 6 hearts automatically, which means I feel like it's really hard to lose to this boss. You know, if you can beat if you get to Dogma and you can actually beat him with wafer, automatically get 6 hearts. You know, you get survive 11 hits in this fight. It's a nice touch how Dogma flashes various symbolic images when low on life. Yeah, I only just started to notice it briefly. I didn't really get a good look at, you know, what he actually looks like, but I'll have to check. I'm sure the wiki at some point will have, you know, all the forms shown pretty nicely, so. I do also like for this boss, they literally turn off your map. Oh my god. They turn off your map and they turn off the stats and the extra items and all that stuff. It only shows you the absolute bare minimum you need to. It's a nice touch. Shit, okay. I say that, but I'm actually getting hit quite a lot. Certainly still very inexperienced with this fight. This attack is not that bad at all, though. Although I feel like you could get screwed in some patterns. Yeah. This is scary phase. Oh, okay. He doesn't stay in that phase too long, thankfully. Super Hodges and Beast feel like a victory lap. Beast does have some more attacks, you think, though? Yeah. I don't even know how many there are. Yeah, I imagine... I certainly haven't seen too many of his attacks, but I imagine he's got quite a few. I think those stalactites actually and stalagmites actually damage him when he goes through them also, which is kind of interesting. This is probably his most dangerous attack, I feel like. At least from the ones that I've seen, just because actually navigating through these as you keep getting pulled in. And that's what killed me on my first attempt, because I had no idea that attack was coming, and it hit me twice for 2 hearts, and then that was just it. Which is a bummer, because I do feel like that's his deadliest trick right there. Especially for new players. You know, if you don't know that attack's coming, you're in rough shape. Oh. Okay, what else has he got? Oh, okay. That's a bit rough, but manageable. What is this? Oh, okay. You can kind of see where they're going to show up, at least. Okay. Okay. Not terrible. The fucking falling stalagmites are probably more dangerous than he is, than a lot of his attacks. I think this is his final run. Yep, okay. I don't, at this point, this is pretty much just a victory lap, because I don't think I think he literally does nothing to you here. The only thing you gotta watch out for is just the obstacles. There we go. 2.0 speed really putting in the... Yeah, it is. Tells are super good on nearly all of his as well, yeah. The beam notwithstanding, but you knew about it. That's no issue now, yeah.
The beast descended down into the lake of fire. Isaac ascended towards the crack in the sky, and as he flew, he could see echoes.
Good cutscene time, you know it. Back to the classic style of cutscenes. Kind of wraps and brings the whole story together finally. Kind of.
He saw his mother sleeping and his father taking money from her purse.
Here I go to sleep.
He heard the late night
Are you actually heading out, Val?
kept him up at night, and the guilt he felt for what he believed he was causing. He felt the pain in his stomach during those sleepless nights. And saw
Yeah,
his
alright.
shadow
No problem, Val. Appreciate you for hanging out. We're gonna be wrapping it up pretty soon here anyway, so yeah, have a good night, man.
from his body. His
I'm
shame
probably just gonna mess around with Tainted Isaac a little bit.
his being. As he became lighter, his ascent became faster. He saw his one true companion alive and well.
Ah.
He saw his mother and father together again, holding each other. He felt his mother kissing him on the head after
Wrapping
he
up at
said
9 p.m. What a
goodbye.
baby. Look, I don't have the time to be able to sit and stream for,
He
you
saw
know,
his own
forever, kid, alright?
and the
Just
faces
take it
of his
easy.
parents
I start at 6
filled
o'clock.
with joy and optimism. And then he saw nothing. Are you sure this is how you want the story to end, Isaac? You're the one writing it. It doesn't have to end this way. Here, how about we tell it a different way? Maybe a happy ending?
Okay, Daddy.
Good. Are you getting sleepy yet?
Yeah.
Okay, so Isaac and his parents lived in a small house.
2010, Isaac and his mother. 2021, Isaac and his parents. Yes! The good ending. His parents. It doesn't seem possible. How? Finally, the good ending. I don't get it. Yeah, you wouldn't, kid, alright? I wouldn't expect you to. Alright, well, we've already seen the credits, so I don't think these are changed at all. Alright, this I assume is what the completion page is going to look like until we literally 100% the entire game. Alright, so this is the note. I just have to beat Witness, and then Isaac is actually done. But, now, did you beat the game? Well, I mean, I've beat the game a lot of times. I'll beat the game when I have every single achievement and every single thing unlocked, but I completed a new ending. But now... Things are a little different now. Spooky? Yeah, this is such a sick transition, honestly. Literally see the paint peel off the wall. It seems like even the rest of the menus stay kind of... definitely the different music and the darker lighting is still present. Why don't you play something different for a change? What does that mean? I haven't played Isaac on stream in probably like a couple years until last week. I literally stream a different thing every single day of the week, kid. Alright, let's take a little bit of a look at what... so it's got the same stats as regular Isaac. More options, less room. Not sure what that means, but... Like what he's been doing for the last 2... Yeah, exactly. Okay, I see something in the top left. So he doesn't have a funny item. Whoops. He doesn't have a funny item like some of the other characters do. Let me just try and find an item and just see if my inkling is correct here. More options, less... Oh. Huh. So he just gets 2 choices for free in treasure rooms, at least. I guess we'll try this one. Can he only hold 4 items? How does that work? Okay, I want to at least do a floor with this guy. Just to see what happens when I pick up... Oh, that's nice. When I, like, pick up another item or something. There's no way he can only have 8 items to hold. That would be insane. I don't see what would be good about him then, you know? More, oh, well, I guess you get the more options, but, like, is that really that much of a benefit? 8, it is actually only... What happens if you get try to get a 9th item? Does it start, like, overwriting them, or... This game is boring anyway. Look, you just don't get it, kid. It's alright. It's alright, kid. You just need to take it easy. Nobody ever said tainted characters had to be better. Right, yeah, but I mean... You know, just that alone... I thought he at least started with some sort of interesting item, but nothing there either. Let's see how shops work. Is it the same deal? Yep. Oh, that's the new one too. I can't even afford that. That's the new options I literally just unlocked. I think that has something to do with room clear rewards. Kind of interesting. Okay. Okay. Oh my god, he's still not dead. There we go. Yeah, alright. I don't remember what the bead does, really. Again, I really just want to pick up another item. I'm not planning on actually doing a run as him. Certainly not right now. I notice his completion page looks a little different. I know that the tainted characters don't have unlocks for every single boss clear like other like the main characters do. They like lumped some of the clears together. I think they lumped like the 5 most basic ones together, and then the 2 time-related ones, and then all the rest are individual, I think. So they have like 4 or 5 less unlocks than most characters, or something like that. Okay, X-Rock. Might as well. Okay. the unlocks they do have nutty. Is that so? Okay. I took a look at a few of the inverted cards. They seem pretty interesting. And of course you can unlock their starting items, which I think most of the time are pretty insane as well. Oh my god, this floor is massive. Okay, there we go. I just want to say, I mean, I won't really be able to get a feel for it until I actually get 8 items, which I'm not gonna do right now, but yeah, I just wonder what happens when you actually get 8. Can you, like, selectively overwrite items, or you just have to only pick up the 8 items you want the most? Something crazy. I don't know. Seems interesting. Also, the option effects are still really good. They're actually twice as good, because, well, either way, they double the amount of options you get to see, so it's nice at least. After 8, you have to pick which to swap out. Okay, that's good at least. You drop an item if you pick another up. Interesting. So remember decision making? Okay. Yeah, I had forgot what you said earlier about him, to be honest. Okay. Oh wow. Alright, that's interesting. It's not the he doesn't start with any particularly crazy items, but so how do you select? Is it oh okay, there we go. So because I only had one, it wouldn't let me choose, but so you just cycle through which ones you want to override and it'll just put them in the first slot, I guess. Basic ass, normal ass, Isaac looking ass, yeah. Alright though. Didn't get quite as much Dungeon Knight as I was hoping, thanks to Jacob and Esau, but alright, I think we're gonna go ahead and end it off there. Let's actually leave it on the new version of the song, just because I like it quite a lot.